Recording. Yes, and please, if you have any items that you want to discuss, please add it to the agenda and also ask your name into the attendees list. And as usual, if anyone new in the meeting and don't have the chance to introduce themselves, so please go ahead. No. Okay. Let's start. The first item is, I think, from Michael, reproducible Metal3 DevN. So, Michael, please.
Hey everyone, I'm Michael. I work on the same team as Feroz and Nam, and the last couple of weeks I've been looking at the CI infrastructure for Metal3. So notwithstanding the issues that we have with PROW at the moment, separately, the integration tests run on different infrastructure on Jenkins, and we've had a number of issues with the Metal3 devenv that's caused breakages to our master build and breakages in integration tests which are unrelated to the change that's actually being proposed on the PR. So I've put together a design proposal to make the Metal3 devenv more stable. I think it's the Metal3 devenv isn't just used in CI, it's also used by developers who will want a stable environment. And it's also used as the try it guide for users who are potentially thinking about using Metal3. So it would be good to have more stability there. Basically, the Metal3 devenv, it pulls in a bunch of external stuff that is way outside of the control of the Metal3 project, things like Minikube, the VBMC pulls things from OOO repos, which is part of OpenStack, and so on and so forth. In some cases in the devenv, we are pulling directly from master, or we're curling scripts from master branches. That's caused issues this week. So what I want to propose is pinning more of the versions of external infrastructure that we rely on in the Metal3 devenv, and then using some sort of automation like a GitHub bot in order to upgrade pin dependencies via pull requests. So we gate potentially breaking changes that are released in software outside of our control at the pull request point. And we end up with a less frequently broken master build and more reliable integration tests. So yeah, I've put this proposal together. If you have any thoughts, please leave comments, or you can find me on Slack to discuss, or if you have any questions, feel free to raise them now.
So anyone have any question or want to discuss about Michael's proposal?
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Thanks, Michael. And let's move on to the next item. I think it's from Dimitri presenting this type of proposal for specific Coreos support. So Dimitri, please.
Thank you. Yeah, it's something we discussed, I think, a few weeks ago. I would like to propose explicit support for Coreos family of distributions, which currently includes Fedora Coreos and Red Hat Coreos. This is something we, of course, have a lot of interest in, but apparently at least one person is interested in doing Fedora Coreos who is not from Red Hat. So it may be worth doing that. Currently, it's done through live ISO proposal, which suffers from a few issues. It bypasses most of Ironic workflow. You have to disable inspection, you have to disable cleaning. Ironic doesn't know when deployment is done or whether deployment is done. It just marks success and you just wait. It doesn't disconnect the ISO, so you have to disconnect it yourself, and so on and so on. So this proposal aligns installing Coreos with the normal flow that we use with cleaning, with inspection. It's a bit of work. It requires creating a different kind of Ironic Python agent RAM disk based on Coreos. I can elaborate why, or you can read this in the document. So please review, please let me know what you think. And there is a proof of concept that is a bit hard to reproduce locally, but if you're curious, I can help you with that. And yeah, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions or issues.
So do you have any questions or any discussion about the mystery proposal? If not, so maybe if anyone have anything to discuss, so please you can do it in the proposal on GitHub. Yeah. So let's move to the next item. This is from Sumit, discussion on PMO ECU. Okay, yeah, this is ECU 18. So please go on, Sumit.
Yeah, on the behalf of Sumit, I should add. So actually, this issue is related to the RAM, and we actually on the from the PMO side we are getting RAM value 0, actual disk size. If you can see, actual size is 0, and our HWCC is dependent on it. So we just want to know the status. Actually, I saw the comments of Dimitri. I will upload the comment and these logs of the RAM disk he's asking.
Okay, so any idea how? Yeah, it seems like Dimitri had some comment a few minutes ago.
Yes, yeah, I saw that. So I will upload these comments. Yeah,
Yes.
these logs. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Okay, let's move forward. So the next item is from Ricardo. So a reminder of a much ironic and ironic inspector report. Just please go ahead.
Yes, it's just a reminder that the merge between Ironic and Inspector is moving forward. The main patch has been approved recently, so please take a look. And there are some other changes that will be applied after the main patch is approved, because of course they will fail otherwise. But if you have the time, please take a look as well at those two. Since of course there will be a huge impact on the entire Metal3 ecosystem after this merge. Thanks.
Okay. So any other questions about these PRs? Otherwise, please do review these two PRs after the main PRs is merged. Okay, so the last thing that we have go through all the items that we have now in the discussion list, and if no one have any other questions, so let's move to the issue triage session. We have quite a lot of remaining issues at the moment, so let's try to take a look together. Start with Ironic Data Support ILO file. This one from, I'm not sure how to, Victor. So if Victor is the meeting, you can talk about this issue. Okay, no.
Sorry, hi. It's Ferris. Didn't we fix it was fixed at there was a PR from Michael, if I don't recall. Yeah, there is actually a link if you click on that, support ILO 4 and 5.
Okay.
Yeah, this was closed already.
Oh, okay. So should we close this issue?
Yeah, Dimitri did it just now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. Thanks.
I tried. I don't think it actually worked.
Yes, there's slash closed on a separate line.
Oh,
to put
okay, I just
anything
closed
after
it
it
as a
won't
button.
recognize it.
I just closed this as a button.
Yes. Okay.
Much easier.
Okay. The next item. Consider filter out link local IPs in BMS status. Is it from? Sorry, I cannot pronounce his name. So currently, link local IPv6 can be presented in BMS status after its inspection by IPA and could be nice to filter them out when status is filled by operator. Is this like I think it's more like a feature than a bug. So how do you think? Should I put kite feature here, or should I put kite bug?
I'm not clear on why you'd want to filter them out.
Or maybe we should ask the author to explain more why we need to filter out.
Yeah, that might be a good start.
Yeah. Explain why filter. Okay, I think this is one. Okay, let's move on. The next item is upgrade to CRD API to API extension. This item from Feroz. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, sorry, I
was
mismatched. Yeah, it was not fixed. Sorry, I thought it was in BMO. So there is a open PR for that that is linked. So maybe you could just put kind clean up, or I can just set it here
Okay.
if we have this in our brow. Let's see.
Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
The next item is think from Casif move node image building script from Airship Web 2 to Metal3 Debian.
This is probably either cleanup or feature. I don't think that's a feature though. So maybe I can just give us a couple of context about this. So we have image building scripts like what we do is we take the vanilla image and pre-install a couple of things like container runtime, then kubectl, like, and all those sort of stuff, so that whenever we run the integration test, we don't spend time on every pull request to pull those software and then installing them. And those scripts are right now living in Nordics organization that we're part of as a Ericsson, and it's not visible basically to the upstream. So we were thinking that it makes sense to move it to the upstream, probably to project infra repo or somewhere else, and then do the management from there probably. Yeah.
Okay, so anyone want to discuss about this?
Maybe we can put a kind cleanup. Yeah.
Okay. Clean up. Yes. Okay, let's move on. So next items. Okay, let's see. FAQ link in README go to block. README has some reference links here, and note that the blog post and FAQ links both go to the blog.
Yeah, this is actually related to long-running proposal that got merged from me. So we were planning to put a documentation, like updated documentation on how to run Metal Cube, like PMO separately, how to do the deployment separately, and then WSCAP M3. So, and we updated the README, assuming that the metalcube.io will have frequent asked questions section, and then we didn't do it yet. So that's why it's missing here.
Okay.
So maybe for now we could put the kind feature, and I have written quite a lot of stuff for the book, and I will probably open it in a couple of weeks to the metalcube docs, and then we can make some changes to the metalcube.io website too.
Yep, sure. Do you have like any PRs at the moment for the book? So we
No.
can link. Okay, yeah.
We don't have it, but I will put a comment just explaining that on the issue itself. If you
Yeah.
could just set the label itself. Yeah,
Sure, thanks.
thank you.
Last one. The Metal3 try it patch refer to scripts that have been deleted. Okay, so maybe we have some scripts that need to be deleted.
This explains that our documentation is pretty outdated in MetalCube for metalcube.io. So this is you can put a kind bug, and we definitely need to update the documentation. But as I said, I think we can just rely on a single document that I will be pushing soon.
Yeah. Okay, so yes.
This basically is related to the change in metalcube devenv itself, right? So couple of we have removed or renamed the scripts, moved them from one place to another. Some changes in the BMO also reflecting to that. Yeah.
Okay. So after the book is done, do we need to keep the try it batch, or should we just have the book?
That I'm not sure. We were discussing it on the proposal. I was hesitating to do that because I know that there has been a lot of work in the metalcube website as well. So I don't just want to just take it away. What we were thinking that we could take some of the contents that is up to date in that try it and then put it in the book. And then for the metalcube.io, we would keep some blog posts, like frequently asked questions, some links to go where and so on, for example.
Okay, yes. Okay, so I think we have gone through all the issues. So any other questions or comments about this? Otherwise, I think we can close the meeting now. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Sorry, not related to this. Just wanted to give quick update regarding the PRAO. It's more or less ready. Like we've been testing it in our setup. It seems to work fine with the latest manifest from the testing for Kubernetes. The couple of things that is blocking right now us to configure the OpenStack CSI driver to use the persistent volume. Because our infra is hosted under the on top of the OpenStack, so we need to use that driver, and persistent volume is needed for the PRAO component, namely GH proxy. So without that, we cannot probably move on. And right now we're just trying to find a way to do that. So hopefully this week we will be able to put the fresh PRAO and take down the existing one. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, thanks Feroz for the update. So if we don't have any other thing to discuss, so thank you very much for joining the meeting today, and have a nice the rest of the day, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Thanks, Nam.
Thanks, bye.
Thanks, Nam. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Okay, stop recording. Stop sharing first.